So, bought myself a police car. And no, it's not clickbait. It's right there in front of you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, what we're going to do today is, well, this is going to be almost like a mini series. The reason why I bought this car is because I'm going to put it back to completely standard and show you all the steps as we go along the way. So, let's take a look around this beast. So, straight at the gate, the car is absolutely filthy. If you can see that paintwork, it is just absolutely disgusting. It sat for a very, very long time, not doing very much at all. The car's only done 21,000 miles from new. It's a 2014 model car, and I got it incredibly cheap. And the plan is to use it as a runaround rather than using the Focus, because I've changed my mind about daily driving the Focus. I kind of want to keep that in as good condition as I can. But we'll start off in the boot. And you can see it's kind of in pieces. I'm kind of hoping most of the bits are still in the car, but I highly doubt it. So what I might need to do is I might need to buy myself a, I wonder if it's still got a spare wheel. Oh dear. Okay, I'll worry about that later. So yeah, I might have to look at either buying the parts or buying myself a scrap car, but we'll deal with that in a minute once I've given you the grand tour. It's just in a bit of a state with itself, but if you look at the condition of the seats, they're absolutely immaculate, like a car that's done 20,000 miles. Didn't even close the door properly. Deal with that later. So again, sill's completely off. There's all kinds of weird things screwed in along the sides where it's had loads of kit in it, and yeah, that's what's left of the dashboard. It's not, I'm pretty sure I could just pull that off if I wanted to, but like I say, the car's only done 20,000 miles, so fixing all this stuff, it should be a good running car again. There's a couple of holes in the roof as well. And the biggest problem, this stuff's all, I'm kind of hoping this stuff's all going to be fairly easily fixed. I really am, because it's all just plastic pieces, so I should just be able to find replacements. And like I say, or I might buy a car that's engine's blown up or something, but it's still got all its plastics. But, so that's the interior. It's pretty shot. The outside, like I say, is absolutely filthy. But two problems that I'm going to have, and I know I'm going to have, is somebody drilled a great big hole in the roof and attached whatever the heck that is. So I'm going to have to deal with that. And still a mountain bracket from obviously when it had its police sirens on or whatever. So yeah, that's basically about it. The first thing we're going to do before I start doing any work on this car at all is I'm going to give it a wash, because it is just disgusting and I hate dirty cars. So let's crack on, give this car a wash. Tell you what, that looks a million times better already. Hardly any dirt on it at all. So next thing on the list to do is we're going to have to get rid of all this police decaling, because you cannot drive down the road with a car that looks like that. I don't know how difficult this stuff is to take off. That's no use, is it? I have a feeling I'm going to be here for a while. Go get a hairdryer, try it again. Right, so just after I started removing the vinyls here just to see what it was going to be like, I had to go away and do something else, and I came back to the car about 3-4 hours later, and look at the flaming state of it already. God damn it. Flaming Scottish weather, honestly. So now brought it into the garage, because at least this way it's not going to get any dirtier. Well, I hope it doesn't anyway. So right, let's crack on with these vinyls. We'll go at this one again now that I've got a hairdryer, and hopefully it should come off fairly easy.
Laughing with my friends under the sky, following our hearts, so then we take a ride wherever. I always try to let my spirit fly, fly away. That's the only way to get that high, high away. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a strong.
Well, that was a bit of a result. That should, in theory, make the rest of the car fairly straightforward to do. All I need to do now is work out how to get this sticky stuff off. Maybe get some panel wipes, see if that'll do the trick. So it's going to need something a little bit more hardcore than panel wipe, but what we'll do is we'll just crack on, remove the rest of the vinyls. We'll start at the front because that seems to be a fairly logical place to start. So we'll start at the front, work our way all the way along that side, and see what kind of mess we're left with at the end.
Here's what I like. Jumping from a roof that is almost too high. Laying on the grass, I close my eyes. Playing my guitar till my fingers are numb. I always try to let my spirit fly, fly away. That's the only way to get that high, high away. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. If you're looking for trouble, I am the needle who will push your bubble, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna fight pieces falling. I'm not backing down. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle.
Day 498 in the garage. Things are starting to get really grim. I've run out of Red Bull, I'm running out of Pepsi Max. I've got one heck of a mess to clean up on the floor, and I'm not even halfway done yet. I'm kind of hoping this stuff is actually going to power wash off, which will just leave me with the sticky residue stuff, this stuff here. You can see it there. Which I'm kind of hoping that label remover will take care of. But it's now ridiculously late at night, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. We'll crack on with the other side and give this a power wash. Right guys, so it is now the next day, and I've already done the other side, which took about 5 hours, so technically speaking it's not the next day, it's the next evening, but anyway. So that's the whole car now completely de-vinyled. What we need to do now is we need to get the car outside, power wash it, and see if all this stuff can be removed. So let's get the car outside, and then we'll also need to clean up all this vinyl mess that's all over the floor. So let's get the car outside and give it a much needed wash. Look at the state of that. Right, let's do some YouTube magic and fix this super duper quick. Ah, nearly. They left the bin behind, but that's okay. I can deal with just having the bin to clear up. Right, let's turn our attention around to the car now. Let's see if it does what I'm kind of hoping it's going to do, which is remove all the black. So we'll try it on the boot, see what happens, and if it's a success, the next thing you're going to see is the car back in the garage with the whole thing done.
You might be the one that truly loves me. I'd be it too. You might be the one that truly loves me. I'd be it too. I'd be it too. You might be the one that truly loves me.
Right, so it's definitely clearing up a lot better with the sponge as well as just a soak. I decided to put some snow foam on it as well, just to let it soak in, see if how much grime I could get off, and it actually seemed to have worked quite well. So I'm going to now use shampoo on the whole of the car. But anyway, right, let's get this car washed super quick. We'll get it back in the garage. Right, so the car's back in the garage, and I've dried off the sides. It looks infinitely better than it did before we power washed it, but there's still, as you can see there's still all the residue and glue that obviously the power washer just was never going to manage to take off. But on the other side of the car, off camera, I've been using the label remover, which is down there, and look at how good that looks. Ignore the A-pillar, I've not done that yet. But the actual side of the car just looks so much better. It's still got these brown stains, but that'll come off with the machine polisher, so that's all good. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with the other side of the car. That's the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, it's very different than the usual detailing product reviews that I do. So I hope you like it. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to tackle the interior and give it a clean and start to look and assess all the damage and try and figure out what we're going to do about it, because it is in quite a state on the inside. So we'll figure that out in the next video. But yeah, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here, leave me any comments or tips or tricks on how to remove the glue and residue if you're in the industry of wrapping cars, because I'd really like to know, because I can't imagine you use label remover. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.